decided to take a little time and do a little gazebo maintenance or preservation. So a couple years ago I noticed to my dismays that some bugs, I noticed a little bit of sawdust around the base in a few places. Of course that made me quite upset. So I instantly that day started researching what am I going to coat this with. Originally I coated it with oil, linseed oil, but I knew probably I would run into this problem at some point in time. So after, 10 years or so, I noticed it was starting to happen. So I researched, there's so many out there, some are extremely costly, like I can't remember, I think $80 a gallon or something like that. I actually did buy one of them and put that on first. Hardly made it around the gazebo, it didn't go very far. So then I decided I need something, I need more. I need something that doesn't cost so much or it's going to cost me a fortune. Plus, toxicity and everything else was in my mind too. So I don't remember exactly why, but I ended up settling on this right here. And ordered it, got it in fine. Now I'm not getting paid this is no advertisement for them, it's just a coincidence. But I think it's working. I've noticed less and less. Very little this year, but a little bit. So we've had a real dry spell. So I went around the base. I actually did this whole column. But you can see, because it's so dry, it's sucked in really good. This one you can see a little bit hasn't yet. Some ran down, so we have extra thickness on the base here. But when it dries, or when it goes in, it goes clear. So we're not going to see this white. You can see some of it dripping yet. But this will absorb and go clear. It's only been about 15 minutes since I did the first coat, and a lot of it's already disappeared. I ran out on the last column, so I decided to put a little bit more in and do this video. I'm going to hit this one up with a little bit more. I'm also coating my bear here that I had chainsaw carved. It was just for fun one day, and I'm sure I had many other projects to do, but I felt like doing this. And I don't want this guy to go disappear and rot. So I've pulled it upside down. I've put more of a stone base under. I'm going to hit this again, and I've hit the top pretty good. So some of the things I noticed, I like this little sprayer. At first I thought it was kind of a design flaw in that when you pour it in you get some around the edge, but then I noticed when you screw this back in, and you don't want to screw it really hard, you start pumping and you can look there and see if there's any bubbles coming out. Turns out there is a little bit of air leakage there, so I could tighten it a little bit more, but that's so small it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to just pump it up and finish. So I did the outside, and I also have had a problem with bugs up in this top part, and some of that's my fault. Well, probably all of it's my fault, because I went and used some lumber. I think it was a softer poplar or something, and I probably shouldn't have done that. So they instantly liked that. So I went and sprayed that, and I've been putting some ant traps in here. So hopefully that's decreasing each year too. So I think we're getting that taken care of. So I'm going to finish up. I just wanted it's very important. You spend all this time building these things. You need to keep an eye on them and preserve them. This was all hardwood, and it looked, the way the inside looked, that's how the outside all looked initially. But over time, and I don't think there's really a good way to stop it. I don't know of any, maybe major chemical use. The sun degrades or just breaks it down some, and you end up getting that dark color. So I was quite sure that was going to happen. So we're going to hit it one more time, a little bit on the one spot, and then the day. Let's finish up.